Welcome back, curious creatures, to 9 Lives No More, the only true crime podcast where the victims are plush toys, the suspects are fluffy, and a lint roller is always needed close at hand. I'm Eggs Benedict, your host and guide through this maze of malicious misdemeanors, where every turn has you wondering whether there's a furry face watching your every move. Previously, we looked at the crimson carnage committed by our crafty kitties. Was this the beginning to something new? Should we all be concerned about our clothing, particularly our woolen garments? Is this the start of a series of textile terroristic events? Neither of our shrewd suspects have spoken a word. Pepper has remained silent, her eyes calculating her next move. Smokey has remained mute, although this may not necessarily have been due to interrogation resistance, but rather her daydreaming about food and toys. Our next case takes place only a few days from the last. Yet again, it all begins on a wet, rainy morning in England. This is episode 6, Claw and Peace. The day begins as it always does in England, with a light mist of rain. The weather had been turning slowly. Summer was behind us, and instead of waking up to sunlit mornings, we were beginning to greet gloomy grey skies and a haze of fine drizzle. As usual, our cat parents woke up and walked into their bathroom. They expected to find an orderly, clean space to start the day with. Instead, they found a place of pandemonium. Instead of soft, white bath towels, clean bath mats, and shiny surfaces, there was a chaotic collection of muddy paw prints. The bathtub looked like it had been redecorated, or attempted to be redecorated, with brown spots. The bath mats were in a similar state. Upon closer inspection, it was clear that these brown patches were paw prints. Muddy paw prints. One of the cat parents was understandably upset. They had been looking forward to a morning bath with lavender and candles to start the day. They gave their statement to the Paw Enforcement Service as follows. I was just looking forward to a bath, bubbles, and candles. Now I need to clean the bathroom. The fact that there were paw prints indicates it was either one or both of the tubby tabbies. But which one? When both were apprehended, they had suspiciously clean paws. Too clean. One crucial piece of evidence was uncovered at the scene of the crime. A few strands of fur. Grey fur. Now, listener, it would seem that Smokey is the culprit. After all, when she was apprehended, she was noticeably cleaning her paws, which, along with the grey fur found in the bathroom, would make it, at first glance, beyond reasonable doubt that Smokey is the feline felon. Yet, despite the strong evidence, Smokey's legal team has stated that the material gathered by the paw enforcement officers and forensic investigators is purely circumstantial. The lead lawyer argued that when Smokey was apprehended, she was merely cleaning her paws because she had just been preparing her parmesan penne. What about the tuft of grey fur, I hear you cry, listener? The lead lawyer argued that it could have come from anywhere. They even suggested that it could have come from the male cat parent especially as they could have started going grey, or perhaps it came from the grey blanket. Ultimately, there's no proof that it even is cat fur. Despite the evidence collected, the arguments put forth by Smokey's legal team carried an air of reasonable doubt. Smokey was released on bail. She immediately celebrated with a bowl of cat milk. It would seem, for now, listeners, that Smokey may have gotten away with this crime. And so, episode 6 closes with no rest, no confession, and no justice for the bath mat. Just 2 cats, 1 muddy mystery, and 1 human who still didn't get their lavender bath. Join me next time when the toys return. The suspects circle each other like lions on the Serengeti, and the household braces for a new wave of feline felonies. Until then, keep your baths dry, your mats clean, and your suspects separated. I'm Eggs Benedict, and this is 9 Lives No More.